Hey everybody, it's Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this hump day. Here we are yet again. And things are looking pretty good, at least today. It's not every day that we see these kinds of prices. Bitcoin is flirting with $4,000 at the time of this video's recording. It may be higher at the time that you're watching it, but that's where we are at the present moment. We're going to go through just a number of different news sources that are highlighting some of the positives very quickly. We're also going to take a look at the latest installment of our Community Speaks segment on altcoinbuzz.io with a look at opacity. But let's begin on our new and improved website with this article by Luke. Ignore the price. 2018 has been a fantastic year for Bitcoin. That's a quote, and that's according to Spencer BOGART from Blockchain Capital. So this is an article from just yesterday, and you can really see that things are moving. He appeared on CNBC on Melissa Lee's Fast Money. You can see the price that they were discussing here was just about $3,400, $3,500, let's call it. It's about $500 less than we're looking at today. So just in a short period of time, there's been quite a lot of positivity. So as Luke writes, it has been a rocky 2018. Yeah, for sure. Crash after crash led the market to decline to lower lows. Many investors completely left or are still holding while being despaired. But next year is going to be great again. This according to Spencer BOGART from Blockchain Capital at least. Oh, and we should ignore the price for now, just so you know. So if you remember, BOGART made this claim about a $50,000 Bitcoin price. He made that prediction for the end of the year. So although Spencer BOGART was wrong in that target and calling it out by the end of 2018, he still believes that Bitcoin will one day reach this level. So do I. When Bitcoin will hit the price again, however, wasn't said by BOGART. He stated, quote, "At Blockchain Capital, we are long-term venture investors. We are never doing short-term price targets." To that, he added, "Bitcoin does not make a kind of price to earnings or price to value revenue that normally puts an upper bound or a ceiling on a typical kind of early stage technology company. Bitcoin can surely reach that high, but how long it will take, we are not sure yet. So ignore the price for now," is his message. And on that theme, he said, quote, "The reality is that fundamentals have not changed. Ignore prices. 2018 has been a fantastic year for Bitcoin. This is the first year in which we started to move to scale Bitcoin with the Lightning Network, where you can transact extremely quickly and extremely cheaply." So I've muted the video here, but you can check it out. It's available on YouTube. The full interview is available. Again, that's CNBC Fast Money, where Spencer BOGART appeared and discussed all of this with Melissa Lee. You have some other analysts here that are talking. You did see Mike Novogratz there. You're seeing Tom Lee right now. You can take a look at the video, which we'll be linking to below if you want to check it out in full. So here we are on a rare day, and as I mentioned, things are good. It's a green sea. Take a look at some of these metrics. In the last 24 hours, Bitcoin up over 10%, XRP up nearly 15%, Ethereum up over 12%, EOS at almost 12%. Take a look at that flattening. That didn't last for very long, did it? Bitcoin Cash is back up over Litecoin. Bitcoin Cash up almost 40% in the last 24 hours. Litecoin not doing too bad either, up over 7%. So you have a lot of double-digit 24-hour percentage boosts. This is unheard of. We haven't seen this in a long, long time. This is reminiscent of about a year ago, December 2017. Taking a look at the top 24-hour earners, I mean, you have some coins that are coming up on almost a doubling of their value over the course of the last day. Monacoin at 92% increase in the last 24 hours. Never financial advice, guys, but I would say don't FOMO into this if you're late to the party. Stay tuned. We're going to have more analysis from Mark and from Martin. It's just nice to be able to talk about good news on a day like today. Green seas are few and far between, so it's nice to see one. It's an oasis in this crypto desert that we've been in lately. And on the theme of that good news, we're not going to go through these individually, but just some positive pieces that are, for whatever reason, suddenly praising Bitcoin again in unison. It's kind of funny how the media works that way. You'd almost think that they're coordinating with each other. On Bloomberg here, it looks like Bitcoin has found a new bottom. This is from today, December 19th by Todd White. You have another piece here on coinspeaker.com. Ex-Goldman executive believes the crypto market will thrive in the long term. So similar to Spencer BOGART's comment, this is an individual by the name of Greg Tussar. He's got some positive things to say about the space in the long term. Again, he's a little bit more moderate in his view. You can read about that here. We'll link to it as well. And here's another piece on AMB Crypto. Ethereum technical analysis. Bull runs over the bear after a long break. So in line with some of these other positive trends that are quantifiably positive in the last few days or so. Take a look at this and let us know what you think. And finally, today we're looking at the latest installment of our Community Speaks feature with opacity. Reforming attitudes in the long-run market. Volatility in crypto is one of the hard and fast tenets that all hodlers have come to accept in some way, shape, or form. After a tumultuous and steeply sloped year for most, the optimism that was once the engine for perhaps a dangerous blind trust in small projects and ICOs is quickly morphing into skepticism that arguably is not befitting of cryptocurrency investing. I agree. So that being said, what is Opacity all about? It's in rare company when it comes to crypto simply because of its transparency and communication with investors. In fact, it has to be transparent as it happens to be a fork of Oyster Protocol, a defunct project, which only a few months back hit a wall when their anonymous founder, under the moniker of Bruno Block, exploited the Oyster token contract in a fit of what appeared to be extreme paranoia pertaining to his view that all of crypto was a, quote, Ponzi scheme. But despite that unfortunate turn of events, the development team, by contrast, remains and have since doubled down on security and communication with their backers in the revamped, forked Opacity. So Oyster, now Opacity, as of November 8th, is one of, if not the only currency on the market with a mind toward measured growth, with all the trappings of a wiser, more learned organization. The perception I hold is that Opacity went through the stress test to beat all stress tests and came through okay on the other side, leaving behind one of the more devoted and understanding development teams in all of crypto. In some ways, it is a microcosmic of the entire market. Opacity cut the fat, becoming a leaner, more effective product. So in closing, we all want to see crypto live on and find its niche in the world. So some, if not most of these projects need to outlive their founders if the dream is to be achieved. That's true. It's not like Henry Ford is still designing motor cars from the grave, nor is Roland Hussey Macy deciding what winter cardigans are in stock at the mall. This is what makes Opacity a longevity buy. You would be investing in a tight team who hosts regular AMAs on Reddit and YouTube, not to mention the obvious ROI implications that go along with buying such an undervalued coin. OPQ has the professional effect, which is far less than most coins can claim, even the Titans. So our thanks to this contributor. If you want to similarly contribute so that your voice can be heard, you can spread news about your project, whether you're working on it, whether you're volunteering, whether you're just a keen investor, be sure to contact Garrett at Garrett59 on Telegram. Give us a quick rundown, a little bit of a bio, and give us your pitch. If you want to check out more news about Opacity, you can do so here on medium.com with an introduction and an overview of what they're all about. We'll link to this in the description below. There's lots of other news, guys, as always, that we couldn't get to, unfortunately, including some pretty good news out of Western Union. Do be sure you're following Altcoin Buzz and Altcoin Buzz news for all the latest. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram. Check out our last video here on the right if you've not already. And let's keep an eye on these prices. Things are starting to get exciting again. You can sort of feel that energy in the air. Don't be FOMOing into anything, but at the same time, it's a little encouraging to see what we're seeing. So with that, everybody, if you choose to invest, hey, I wish you the best of luck. Have a wonderful hump day. We hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.